Hi, everyone. A peaceful protest this evening in downtown Nashville, where demonstrators are still marching at this hour. Thousands gathered at Bicentennial Mall and marched to the National Museum of African American Music on Broadway and then carried to the state capitol.
That's right. It was all part of a rally and march for Black Lives Matter organized by 4 teens with a group called Teens for Equality. Activists carried signs reading Black Lives Matter and End White Silence.
Our crews have been out since the march began, and we start our coverage tonight with News Channel 5's Matthew Torres. Matthew, what's the latest?
Well, Rory, the last remaining of the group really have split into 2 groups. The one here is just outside of the Capitol on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, where they're kneeling and they're about to have a moment of silence. Now, throughout the day, this really has been a peaceful protest, as it was. We saw thousands of people surrounding downtown and eventually making their way through Germantown and weaving in and out of the streets before they made their way back to the state capitol and then around to Broadway. If you can take a look at video that we did have from Broadway, at some point you saw that there were police officers on the side of the streets in riot gear. That kind of incited something with some of the protesters, asking why they're wearing a riot gear if there is no riot. But on the other hand, they also wanted to remain peaceful. Really, the message that they have seen throughout the day. They lied on the ground, they showed their signs, something that we've seen all day, and then from there they went down Broadway, eventually making their way to the courthouse, where they went almost this standoff with the police officers guarding the courthouse in their riot gear, the same place where on Saturday it was vandalized with really disruptive behavior. And so we actually got to speak with some folks who were really excited to see this group going in and out of the streets in Germantown, including this one lady we spoke to.
These are all young people and they're going to make a difference. My generation tried but didn't, but they're going to make a difference. So.
And it looks like this group right here, they're actually getting ready to go home now, even despite the rain. They stayed out here. In fact, just earlier, they were out on 3rd Avenue North and James Robertson Parkway, blocking that road while a bunch of police officers surrounded that area. But it looks like things are slowly coming to a calm and slowly ending. They're all thanking each other, all hugging each other. It's been quite an eventful time here, since this is now kind of the last leg of this quite a long journey throughout Nashville. Reporting live, we'll send things over to my colleague, Eric Hilt, where this all started at Bicentennial Mall. Eric.
Yeah, that's right, Matthew. Everything got started here at Bicentennial Mall. Soon the group of protesters that left this area would number in the tens of thousands as they peacefully marched through downtown Nashville streets. And that protest organized by 4 young women, 4 teenagers who came together and organized this on social media, getting the word out. In just a matter of days, thousands of people would get the message, show up here at Bicentennial Mall, and then march through the downtown Nashville streets very peacefully. It was an emotional movement and protest for a lot of the people involved. At one point, we saw one of the organizers crying as they chanted and led the group in chants. We also saw some bystanders, some onlookers tearing up as they saw these thousands of people marching, by estimated 20,000 people marching through downtown Nashville. We talked to some other young protesters here when they got back to Bicentennial Mall, and they said it was an emotional and overwhelming experience that they will never forget.
Truthfully, it amazed me to see so many different types of people. It's not just one type of people. It's all different type of people. You got black, white, Christian, Muslim. You have LGBTQ plus, all, everybody, and all marching for the same thing. So that was very overwhelming.
Yeah, it got the attention of a lot of people, including Mayor John Cooper. He was at Saturday's rally, was not at today's protest, however, tweeted at the 4 young women, those 4 teenagers who organized this, saying, thank you for your commitment to justice and for elevating our city's collective conscience, adding that he is listening, Nashville, and I'm determined to work towards real, lasting change. But everything that you saw today got started here, soon ballooning into 20,000 protesters peacefully marching in and out of Nashville streets. It was a sight that protesters say was incredible and they'll never forget and will tell as many people who will listen about. Reporting live in Nashville, Eric Hilt, News Channel 5.